Whitney G.
What's happening?
What's going on, sis? How you doing?
It's good. I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. Blessed.
Thank you so much for having me.
You already know. I appreciate you pulling up. I appreciate you being here. Come on, sis. You know we got a little history, man.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? You already know it. That's for real.
Yeah, it's split. It's lit.
Whitney G, let's talk to him.
Talk to me.
You living or you surviving?
I'll say now I'm currently living.
I love it.
I was surviving, but now I'm living.
I love it.
Yes.
Explain.
So I went through a period where it's kind of like I had to grind my way to the top, get myself situated to be in the predicament that I'm in now. So now I'm able to live.
I love that.
I can support myself. I can invest in my craft. I have a little more flexibility with things. Right. So, you know, I would say I'm living.
Real. Respect.
Doing what I want to do, what I want to do.
Welcome to the Integrity Response with your brother CEO Khacki. Every individual sitting across from me doesn't believe in being typical, ordinary, or familiar. They're elite, meaning society's norms don't sit well with them. They believe in raising the bar for themselves, family, and for those they may never meet. From those in humble beginnings to those in the midst of greatness and legends who've paved the way. With a comedic edge, I will ask the questions that hold value, and I believe we'll gain insight to the real them. It's the Integrity Response.
Let's talk to him. Let's take him back. Let's take him back.
Okay.
Before singing, before songwriting, at the age of 9, what did you want to be?
9. What is that, like?
Fourth grade.
Fourth grade?
Right.
Oh, so I will tell you that I never wanted to be a singer.
Gotcha.
That was never on my list. Yeah. I had a rap group in 5th grade, me and a couple homegirls.
Okay.
So that was getting me comfortable with my voice. Of course, I sang in the choir at church and school. Well, this was before school choir, so in church.
In church, right.
But I know 5th grade, I definitely put an actress. I went from veterinarian to Victoria's Secret model.
Come on now.
To actress.
Right.
But singer was never on the list.
Gotcha.
Never on the list. So
Wow.
I think it's so crazy, like, that I'm pursuing it now.
Real, ain't that so?
Yeah.
The vet part.
Yeah.
Love for dogs.
I love
Ain't that so?
Like,
but
honestly,
you
kids,
always,
I mean,
the dog,
animals,
right?
yeah.
Animals. That's something you always. Did you grow up with any animals in the house?
I had a dog. His name was Chucky, but he passed early on.
Okay.
So it's like my memory of him was very, very faint.
Gotcha.
And then I did end up getting a dog in my later years and later in elementary school. But that love
Right.
to be, you know, with animals was not there.
Until you became your own in a sense and became.
Yeah, I'm a dog
Real.
mom now. I'm
Real.
a new dog
That's
mom.
what's up. That's what's up. Yeah.
But I don't think I want to be a vet. I don't want to deal with just animals on,
Gotcha.
on the daily.
On the daily, right.
That was a kid thing.
Right,
you know, like
right. That's
fluffy, animal, dogs, cat. Loved it.
That's
Now, not so much.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Let's take them back. What was it like growing up in Virginia?
Growing up in Virginia was cool. I would say I had a pretty great childhood.
That's what's up.
As far as now, it's like I think that's a place that you go to raise children and retire.
Real.
Not so much of doing what I want to do, like in my industry and my craft.
Absolutely.
So, but it was definitely good. It was fun. We were close to DC, so we got to experience, you know, other cities, bigger cities, other than my own. But
what part of Virginia?
Woodbridge.
Woodbridge, is that pretty much in the DMV?
Yes, that's Nova.
Gotcha.
So, but a lot of people do not know that. They're like, what is that? And I'm like, okay, well, we have a major mall, Potomac Mills Mall.
Absolutely. I grew up going to that mall. My dad was stationed in Alexandria.
Oh, wow.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's not far.
It's not far.
Shout out
Absolutely.
to Alexandria.
Yes, definitely. Potomac Mills.
My first job was at Potomac Mills Mall at Polo Ralph Lauren.
That's hard.
So, you know, that was like the staple for me. And I would say it was good. Like, I had a good childhood. I went to elementary, middle, and high school in Woodbridge.
Wow.
And then college, I went to Norfolk State. So I'm still in Virginia.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
so that working at Ralph Lauren Polo, your fashion, it was destined.
Honestly, yeah. And I think it's so crazy because to be my first job, like I got hired at Chuck E. Cheese.
Gotcha.
But we had a snowstorm and I didn't end up going to orientation. So I ended up having to find another job. And our neighbor used to be the manager at, stock manager at Ralph Lauren.
Gotcha.
So she kind of plugged me in.
How was that experience? How was that?
It was fun.
Really?
I would say I can still go back to this day.
Right, yeah.
If, you know, if the same people are there.
Right. You know it would be
Yes, like I love that job. I was there almost 2 years before I ended up having to move abruptly back to Alabama. But I enjoyed my time at Ralph Lauren, and I got to meet a lot of people. And then I did have couple of rapper friends that, use my discount.
Yeah, right.
That's so it was lit. It was lit. When people come see me, come to the mall. So
that's dope. That's dope.
I enjoyed it. I definitely did.
Siblings? Do you have any siblings?
I am the only child.
Really?
On both
Come on,
sides.
Whitney. I didn't know that.
Yes. So
what?
It doesn't give. I'm definitely
spoiled, so right.
But I'll say
that's real.
I'm not rotten. I'm spoiled, but I wouldn't say rotten because I still work for mine.
Absolutely,
and that's why they are able to give me what I want when I want.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Growing up in the church, singing in a church, was it a family-oriented church?
I would say so.
Mega church? Was it like a
No, it was small church.
Gotcha.
I haven't been to like a really big mega church, but we did have intimate, settings and families that went. So, and a lot of them went to my school or like neighboring schools in the district. So I did have a lot of friends that would be at church or that we also at school as well. So
popular kid.
You could say that.
Real.
You could say that.
Yeah.
I'll say I was well. No, I didn't feel like that. But now I'm like, it's a lot of people that know of me, and I'm like,
wait a minute, Tommy.
You're right. I remember seeing your face, but like I didn't think I was that popular.
Real.
In a sense. But I will say I was definitely well known.
Gotcha.
Definitely well known.
What type of kid were you?
I was a good kid. My auntie kind of described me as wild, but I think that's just my spirit.
Right.
It's very free and wild.
You are free bird.
I moved to the beat of my own drum, but I was a good kid. Scared to get in trouble. I would test the waters here and there.
Absolutely.
You
get
gotta,
that foot in.
Have to like
that's right.
big toe maybe. Other than that, but I was definitely a good kid. I was creative, and I loved that my family kind of poured into that. That makes a big difference, doesn't it? Yes.
Knowing that they recognize your talent early on.
Even though I was scared of it, but it's like they definitely poured into me and tried to get me to really embrace it.
Real.
But I was so scared and I just ran, especially from music.
That's what I was going to get. Besides music, with music, let me ask you, any sports, cheerleading, anything?
I cheered my last 3 years of high school.
Gotcha.
I didn't know that you had to try out 8th grade in order to be on 9th grade, so I missed 9th grade.
Okay, gotcha.
But 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, I cheered.
Gotcha.
So that was...
How was that experience?
I liked to cheer. I would say I was more on the lazier side. Okay. I just kind of wanted to go to the other schools, see the different kids and boys on the team. Right. It was the benefits, the perks of cheerleading.
Like Ralph Lauren. That's what it was, the benefits.
Yeah, like not so much of working.
Right.
Like, why are you making me work at work? Why I got to cheer at cheer? I don't want to do that. But,
from high school, cool. What about in college? Norfolk, did you cheer?
I didn't do anything in college. I tried. I would say cheerleading. I did try to get in the but that didn't work. And then I tried to pledge.
Okay, how was
that didn't because I was a freshman, so I didn't have the credentials. Okay, and it wasn't working.
Gotcha.
So I wouldn't have been able to.
Anybody in your family, did they pledge as well?
No.
Okay. No. You trying out everything.
I was trying, but it's because I don't know. I just kind of wanted to be the first in my family to really pop their shit.
Respect.
Like we have people that are popping their shit, but in that aspect,
gotcha.
We don't have any graduates type. Like I'm kind of like the first in my immediate family. I say that really took it there.
Your family history. Where are they? Are they all from Virginia? Where y'all originally from?
A lot of them are originally, my mom and dad are from Alabama.
Okay, gotcha.
So I was born in Alabama.
Okay.
But then we moved to Virginia. Well, my mom and I moved to Virginia.
Okay.
So my dad's always been in, God rest his soul. Okay. My dad always been in Alabama.
Okay.
So a lot of my family migrated back to Alabama, but they were in Atlanta and Virginia, and they migrated around. So they all end up back in Alabama.
Back in Alabama. Gotcha. You visit back there often?
Not often since my dad passed.
Okay.
It's a little different, the atmosphere, the energy is just not the same. So I still struggle with that, but of course I still have family there that I do, love and still visit on holidays, but it's not as often as it used to be.
Gotcha.
For sure.
Daddy's girl.
I was definitely.
I can hear it. I can see it, sis.
I have him tatted, and I feel like he would be looking down like, why are you doing all of that? You didn't have to do all of that. Wow. But it's just, he invested so much into my craft, like right before his passing. So it was kind of just like a bittersweet moment to have, you know, your parents supporting you. Because a lot of parents may want you to do what they have said, you know,
absolutely.
And they didn't do that. They're like, okay, well, of course we would want you to be stable and whatever, but do what you want to do.
Go after what Whitney wants to go after.
And when I started to pursue singing, I was in a artist development program.
Okay.
So I told him, and I sent him my first song, and I was like, you know, this is the pay. This is what I have to pay every month. And he was like, okay, like, all right. But then when I sent him the song, he was just like, okay, you can do this.
Wow,
like,
come
I know
on.
you can sing, but like, you can actually like create and make a song, and it's good. And I cannot describe that feeling, like coming from my dad.
Come on.
And even just my mom too. My mom is like my biggest supporter. But
That's awesome.
you know, my dad really poured into his finances.
But he seems like a straight shooter. He wouldn't have lied to you. He would have let you know if it wasn't what it was. He would have let you know.
No, for sure. He'd be like, I don't think that's something, you know, like maybe we need to talk about it. But he would never like deny it in the sense like, okay, this is what you want to do, but let's talk about it.
Real.
But he was just like, okay, let's do it. So then pandemic hit. I end up losing one of my jobs. So I couldn't pay for the program.
Gotcha.
He started paying.
Respect.
And he paid that whole year. And I was just like, wow.
Ain't that something?
Wow. Like you believe in me.
Is he a big part of the reason why you're so ambitious?
Yes. My daddy was a go-getter. My mom is too. Don't get me wrong. But you know, just speaking on my dad.
Absolutely.
He's a hardworking man. He took care of his family. And just he's very, very family oriented. I have to emphasize that. I'm his only child, so I just kind of felt naturally like, what else would you be doing with your money?
Real. Right.
You don't have nothing else to do.
Whitney G.
You know?
That's
So
real. I love it.
I love that he took pride in that. My dad literally would follow me around the mall, take me to. That was a thing, like a bonding moment.
Wow.
You take your kid to the mall, give her money, and let her shop.
Let her go.
And you just, you know, you stay behind her. You might go to the food court.
Come on.
And wait around. But and that's I'm like, bro,
How dope is that?
I can't expect less of any man. Like, my dad really set the bar. He really set the bar.
I love that.
You know, God rest his soul. I miss him so much, but he definitely prepared me, you know, for
this world.
Yes, he definitely did. Definitely did.
Respect, sis.
For sure. So I love that he was, you know, into my music. And I miss getting those texts like, you know, sounds good, thumbs up emoji.
Absolutely.
Like, he's the one with the iPhone. My mama didn't have an iPhone.
Right.
So I love when he like send emojis and stuff. I'm like,
my mom watching it. She still ain't got what.
She still ain't got.
My mom watches the episodes. Real.
It's time to upgrade.
Time to upgrade, Mom.
You feel me?
That's real.
We like emojis.
Absolutely. That's real.
For
Definitely.
sure.
Definitely.
So he's a major part why I don't stop.
Absolutely.
I feel like he'd be rolling over in his grave if I decided to stop doing music.
That's major, sis.
For sure.
1 through 10, your scale, your grind. What would you rate it?
Ugh. I'm iffy. Ugh. My grind, as of now, today,
2025.
today now, my grind is probably at, I'll say a 7.
I love it.
I'll say a 7. And that's because I still work. I have a 9 to 5.
Absolutely. Understand.
And that does take a lot of my energy. And I really want that to kind of be like a part-time thing. But it's like, that's what's funding.
Lifestyle, moves, everything you got going on outside of that. Absolutely.
So it's a struggle with, you know, really pouring into my music, my artistry with having a 9 to 5. But it's doable. But it's just like, there's going to come to a point in time where it's like, all right, there's a choice.
Go ahead.
You either be all in or nothing. And I've been getting to that point, but it's just like, I still struggle with that because it's like, what do I do? Like,
you have to survive, but Whitney G is living.
Yes. Yes. So it's like if I cut off my survival, how am I gonna live? And it's like I can still live, but I need to be able to provide and I need to be able to support myself. And I do have a little cushion, but again, you need to continue keep that.
Real. Real.
So that's the struggle with the grind with that. But I will say, you know, I'm still working. I'm still actively working. I don't let my job stop.
Respect.
You know, too much.
Absolutely.
Too much.
Respect.
But you know, yeah.
What was your major?
My major was psychology.
Come on now, sis. That's what's up.
Yes, I have a bachelor's degree in psychology. Graduated from the Norfolk State University. Behold the green and gold.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
If you could go back and give your 18-year-old self any type of advice, what would you tell her?
18. I'm trying to think. What was I doing at 18?
He said I was still in them polos. No,
yeah, I was at Polo.
You still at Polo? Okay, gotcha.
I would say
freshman in college, right? Or you would get to the year off?
No, so I did community college for a semester.
Gotcha.
And then I ended up just working for 2 years. So I went to college a little bit late.
Gotcha.
So
you were the classmate who had her shit together in class. Were they looking at you like, why is she so ambitious?
You feel me?
Gotcha.
I didn't have a choice. So that's kind of just how life worked at the moment. So I had to work in order to help support, you know, me and my mother.
Respect.
But I would tell my 18-year-old self just to be more confident in yourself and your abilities. Because pursuing music, I would say I got that confirmation at 19.
Okay.
So it would have been the next year.
Gotcha.
And I had a dream, and it was just like, okay, you need to stop running from your gift.
Integrity.
I know I can sing, I just didn't want to pursue it. Like, I like to sing just for fun, but it was confirmation, like, this is what you need to be doing. And my uncle always used to tell me that if you don't use it, you'll lose it.
Real.
And I was always scared that I would lose it. And I'm like, what if I wake up and I can't sing anymore? Oh my God. So I just was like, okay, after that dream, I decided to stop, you know, step by step, you know, baby steps. Because I'm still working, I'm still gaining, you know. But that definitely was the push that I needed, that confirmation. Like, okay, this is what you're supposed to be doing. So I started doing it. Respect.
What was that first time in the studio? Can you remember? How did that feel?
My first time in the studio, I was in high school. My brother Josh G, shout out to Josh G. I don't actually remember like the feeling, but it was just more so like, wow, like I'm doing this.
Go ahead.
I had people trying to pay me for a feature.
Come on.
And I was just like, nope, I'm not doing that. Like, I don't want to sing for y'all. I'm shy. I'm scary. Like, y'all trying to pay me to sing.
Right.
I'm crazy. That's what was going on. So I felt like I could really do it. And even though I wasn't too confident, you know, like wanting to pursue it, I knew I could do it. And I appreciate him so much for putting me in the booth. Like,
what's his name again?
Josh G.
Shout out to Josh G.
Shout out to Josh G.
That's real. That's dope. That's dope. For sure.
That my bro. And you know, he got the G too. So it's
absolutely.
Like, we fight about that to this day. He was like, you weren't G. You went by Gordon, your actual last name.
Is he actually back in Virginia? He's here.
He's in Virginia.
That's what's up. Yeah. Is he actually a producer?
No, he's an artist. He was an artist. So, you know, but he's well-rounded. He does everything.
Dope.
I love that. But yeah, he's the one that first put me in the booth. And, you know, I just... Yeah, it's a feeling that I can't describe, but I liked it.
Real.
I don't know if I liked it enough to really pursue it on my own yet, but until I had another little push. Yeah, I had another little push. It was a lot of friends that really kind of pushed me into like, you need to take this serious. Do it.
You have the gift. Do it.
I just didn't believe in myself in the way that other people did.
You got to keep it G.
And that, you know what's crazy?
That's the name of your first debut album.
That was gonna be.
Did you do it?
I didn't do it. I didn't do it yet. I didn't do it yet.
We are going to get there.
We're going
to get there.
We're going to get there.
Absolutely,
but that's definitely that was a title that I have still in my notes right now.
You have got to pursue that.
I'm gonna do it.
That is the most dope. That's what keeping it G.
I have to.
You have to do it.
I have to. I don't know any other way, and that's why I was like, I gotta keep the G.
Absolutely.
Because it's like it fits.
Come on.
It works.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
While we're on that, you're gearing up for your EP, set for February, first quarter.
Yes.
What can the new fans, the new supporters, what can they expect from this?
I will say, even though I have been gatekeeping a lot of my music, I know you guys are so fed up with me. I'm like, you keep dropping snippets. Where's the music? Where is it?
Where's the music?
Where's the music?
Absolutely.
I will say, it doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm learning that y'all want to grow with me as an artist.
Real.
And it's like, I can't keep, sitting on my music. I have a lot of music I could have been dropped, but because it's not up to par to me,
to you,
I'm keeping it. And it's just like, now I don't ever know if it's going to be fixable.
Are you hard on yourself?
A little bit. I feel like everybody's their biggest critic. And I'm very hard on myself because I feel like I have a standard to upkeep. But at the end of the day, like, if I like it and I'm comfortable with it, why not present it to people? Y'all like me.
Eat it up.
And y'all want whatever I'm giving to y'all. It doesn't matter if the quality is not all the way there, if the sounds look, y'all just want something from me.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking forward to you guys hearing my new sound, like just tapping into different energies. I had a lot of like love-based music, which I still, because I'm a lover girl at heart.
Real.
I am a lover girl.
Absolutely.
So you can get that, but it's different vibes. Like it's a lot fun. It's a lot more fun. But I think they can expect just really good vibes. Dope. I feel like I make fun music and good vibey music.
Absolutely do.
So,
absolutely.
Relatable as well.
This EP, how many tracks are you looking into? I know you're not finished with the the final decision. 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20.
It's like 5 to 6.
Okay, gotcha.
Because I have a few songs that like I may have to like re-record, just, to put it on. But I would say like 5 to 6. It's relatively small because I was working with a set producer, Bud Plug. And it was really just all of the songs that he produced. But I'm adding a couple in there, just to kind of fill it up a little bit.
What's your recording process like?
My recording process is
do you like recording in the mornings, evenings, afternoons, late night? When do you like to record?
It doesn't really matter, but I would say when I record is more so at night. Gotcha. And it was like a lot of late night sessions. Gotcha. This is back when I had a more flexible job. Okay. So I was able to, be in the studio at night and then go to work in the morning. Leaving the studio at 4, going to work at 7.
Absolutely.
Type stuff. So like, that's why I'm like the 7, I can go 7, 8. I struggle with that, but it's like, come on now. Like I was really pushing myself and this is what I want to do. So it's like, okay, of course I need my job, but I'll be tired from my job to pursue my craft. And I'm still tired. I'm still tired. I'm still tired. I haven't caught up yet. So, but
it's a grind, ain't it?
It's definitely
independent grind.
It's a process.
When do you feel like it's time for Whitney G to pursue a manager? When do you think it's time to
when I have an actual song that is in rotation, heavy, something that went viral. Gotcha. I don't have that yet. Like I've been viral, but just off of like influencers, social media, funny videos type stuff. My music has not taken off in that sense of going viral. So I feel like once I have a song that's sticking and running with it, then I'll go ahead and pursue a manager. But as of now, like, of course, it gets overwhelming with just me doing everything by myself.
Yourself, right.
But I don't feel like I need a manager yet.
Yes. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Real.
Yeah.
You drop Way Too Faded. Come on now. Dope song.
Thank you.
I love the cover art, too.
Thank you. It was a fun song.
I love it. I love it. Absolutely. You're a helpless romantic. Fill in the blank for me. I so like Law Romantic walks to the bank.
To the bank. And I don't think I've ever heard anybody ever say anything like that.
I love it. I love it.
I like long romantic walks to the bank. Like,
I love it.
That's my ideal.
You
feel me? Like, wow, Chase, BOA, Navy, Delta.
Right.
I love it. Which bank are we going to?
Come on now.
That's love. Oh my God.
You
like me for real.
I love it. I love it.
But yeah, that's dope. It kind of was inspired by me working at a bank.
Absolutely.
So it was just like, okay, I like long romantic walks to the bank. That's my idea of fun and love.
I love it.
So
that's real.
Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Y'all want to walk in the park? I want to walk to the bank.
Right. No, for real. For real.
You hear me?
Who inspired? What artist did you grow up? Who inspires your sound? You have a really dope sound.
I will say I have a mesh.
Okay.
A mesh of like 2 people who I really kind of studied. Mm-hmm. Brandy.
Come on now, classic. Wow. Come on.
Brandy. definitely the vocal inspo. She is the vocal Bible.
Absolutely.
And I feel like I embody like that raspiness. And then,
you do.
You know, just, yeah, that. I love Brandy. And then Aaliyah with the softness, because, you know, my voice is kind of soft, but I still got a little swag to it. And, you know, I love how she dressed. I grew up with boys.
You have that.
You hear me? So I grew up with boys, so I had the little tomboy chic thing going on, but I'm a little bit more girly as I got older. But I definitely would say those two kind of embodied the sound that I have. And also, I cannot forget about Erica.
Come on.
I know I do have a lot of urban, you know, hippity hoppity R&B records, but like the soul, Erica.
Come on.
I loved Erica.
Real.
Erica, that's mother. So
your producer you're working with, what does he cater towards most as far as, you know, what type of sound? You know, like, and is that why you're expanding your sound as far as, because you just mentioned 3 different dope artists. It's like, I'm so ready to hear every part of Whitney G on that sound.
For sure.
That is crazy. But yeah, because I know, you know, we met before. Your introspective system, like really deep, really dope. Like, so I know you have these layers.
I do.
Of you.
And I kind of have to peel them back. Like, okay, what can I do today? All right, peel that back. Like, scratch this surface right here. So, I would say he had beats made. Okay. So I was kind of like shuffling through them to see what spoke to me.
Gotcha.
So, it hasn't really been a cook-up type setting as of yet.
Gotcha.
But, you know, more so like if I hear something, if he is cooking up, because I literally just come to the studio just to sit and chill with him.
Real.
So, like, if he has something that he's working on, I'm like, okay, I kind of like that. But he'll shuffle through his beats. I'm like, okay, I can, wait a minute.
Real.
Let me get that one.
Gotcha. Absolutely.
Let me do something on that.
Take that one. Delete that one after I got it right. Don't show nobody else that.
Don't give nobody this.
Absolutely.
I want that.
That's real.
So I ended up having like 3 to 4 songs, like just off of his beats alone. Dope. I was like, let's just go ahead and do that project. But I just kind of wanted to fill it up and add a little bit more. Real. So I do have other songs I want to add.
Would Whitney G sign with a major?
I would, if the numbers are right, if it sounds right. Again, you know, not right now.
Gotcha. You building up the
I'm building,
credentials.
But absolutely. I mean, if they're reaching out, like I said, if it makes sense, we can go ahead and chop it up.
Real.
But I definitely, you know, I'm enjoying the independent process. It's a struggle and
beautiful struggle.
It's a beautiful struggle. I'm loving it, and it's really building me and molding me for when I do get to the level that I want to be at. You know, so I'm appreciating all of the aspects of this grind.
Real. What do you think the game is missing? From your POV, what do you think the game is missing?
Me.
Go ahead, Shabar. Real, go ahead.
Me.
Go ahead.
Honestly, I don't know. I feel like I have my own distinct, unique sound. Of course, you know, I mimic the people that inspired me.
You, right.
But it's my own. Absolutely. And I kind of take it and twist it and make it this part. Okay, like, oh, you have this, but you also sound like this, but you also give me this.
Absolutely.
But it's you. And I think I take a piece of everywhere that I've been, because I've spent ample amounts of time in Georgia, Virginia, Alabama, that kind of like give me a melting pot mix of of uniqueness. And I'm able to apply a lot of the culture and lingo from all of those places, you know, into my music. And I don't know, I'm just excited to see how I prosper in the future.
Real. You spent a little time in California for Fashion Week as well.
Yes, I did. So I went to the fashion district because outside of music, I do have other passions in crafts. Like, I'm very artsy. I'll just say artsy.
Absolutely.
I've had, I did lip gloss, I had lashes. I tried to do makeup for a little bit. I even had a food business. I was doing candy grapes and cupcakes and stuff like that.
Candy grapes?
Candy grapes.
Explain.
So I was doing it. It was like a little summer thing, but I had a business. It's called Made with Love. It's deactivated right now because I was getting overwhelmed with orders. It's just me, y'all.
No way.
I was not expecting it to take off the way that it did, but I started out just bringing it to the studio that I was currently at in Greenbrier. And, you know, having my homies support. Right. And then, you know, of course, they'll have people pull up.
Absolutely.
And they were like, okay, well, who's the girl with the grapes?
Wow.
And I was having people, when I say people from out of town found my page and were like, okay, I'm going to be in Atlanta this day.
Wow.
And I would like to get some grapes. Or I just was flabbergasted. I was
What?
very, like, my hair was blown back.
Right.
My hair was blown back at the amount of support that I was getting, to the point where I had a lady who was ordering them for people at her daycare. She worked at a daycare.
That's dope.
And
That's
she was
dope.
like, yeah, my coworkers love this. So my first big order was the daycare. And I was just like, I stayed up until the wee hours of the morning finishing this order. And I'll show you, you know,
I was
once
about
we
to say, yeah.
I would love to show you. And I was just like, wow, like, I can't believe I'm doing this and y'all are really, like, you're supporting and y'all are buying it.
Come on.
But it got to the point where, you know, I'm still working. So it's like having this hustle. Juggling both of them. I'm like, all right, listen, I need an assistant or something. I can't pay y'all right now. I'm just have to cut it off. I'll bring it back at a later date.
Right.
But it's just like, I get the thrill of knowing that I can do something. And I hate that I kind of get bored. It's like, okay, I did this. Now what's next? Now what can I do?
Real.
So, but I will say outside of that, like I say, I'm artsy. So I like food, I like clothes, I like makeup, I like hair. So right now I'm investing in my hair business.
Come on.
And I love getting my hair done. So as you see today, you know, this is my girl, Miss Key London. Shout out to Key London. Y'all need to follow her on Instagram. She's my these are her bundles, Allure Air.
For sure.
But I'm definitely trying to test out vendors right now just to see what company I want to go with, you know, as far as like my main company.
So you're all around entrepreneur.
Honestly, yes.
Get it.
Yes. So that's why the 9 to 5 is just like,
Let me ask you this. Honestly, you're just there physically, aren't you?
Yeah, honestly. I'm not gonna lie, and you know, whenever y'all do see this, I know y'all already know. Y'all already know. I do my best. But in reality, I just don't feel like I belong. And I know this is not my end all be all.
I'm hearing that.
It's for right now. And until I can.
It's getting me to where I have to get to.
That part.
And even the people on the job know, like, you know, we know.
You don't belong here. They say you're so creative. I had like drawings and pictures and stuff up on my desk. And they're like, if I were you, like, I would tell you that you do not belong here.
Wow.
You don't belong here. And I know that, but again, I have to do what I have to do.
Absolutely.
Until I can get to where
I absolutely.
So.
Respect. Yeah. About 30 seconds of your time. I really appreciate your support. With every interview, my aim is to bring integrity and fun back to the culture. And I can't do it without you. If you're enjoying this episode, please hit the subscribe button, leave a comment, and hit the like button. It helps the algorithm. I appreciate you. Back to the interview. Let me ask you this. 2024, what did you learn about yourself?
2024, it wasn't a bad year, but I will say I learned how resilient I could actually be. Like, I knew it, but that was like more so of my independent year, because I was getting my apartment, you know, I was in and out of different jobs, like 2 different jobs. Gotcha. So it's really just maneuvering around like, okay, how can you be self-sufficient?
Real.
And then I end up finally getting a stable job like towards the end of the year.
Gotcha.
And, you know, everything started to come
absolutely into
place.
Real. What's something you learned about those around you in 2024?
I don't know if this was 2023 or 2024, but I can just love the people who love you, fuck with who fuck with you.
I love that.
And go where you're celebrated at. And I feel like I spent a lot of time pouring into people who weren't pouring into me as much as I was into them. So it's like, it's funny to see how now that I'm able to kind of accelerate doing things, the support is not what I thought it was going to be. And the people that are, I would have never guessed. Like, I'm getting my soul tribe. I think that's what it is. That's what I learned about 2024. Like,
real. My
soul tribe. Learning who's for you and who's not.
Is it an uncomfortable feeling going through that, knowing that, you know, things are changing?
Very, very uncomfortable. I'm a Taurus. I'm very stubborn. I'm very set in my ways. I like routine. So when things change, I'm not opposed to change, but it's like when things abruptly change and it's like, it's shifting things in my energy, and it's just like, okay, now I have to adjust. And how do I sit with this adjustment? Especially with friends, you know, I've been friends with since high school.
Absolutely. Gotcha.
And it's like, wow, y'all are the last one standing. And now, you know, I'm meeting new people who are giving me that same energy, you know? So it's like, it's a process. It's another struggle.
Real.
Another struggle.
What I'm learning is that, energies,
Yeah.
that I'm learning that, everybody that you've been through with, just say for someone you just met 6 months ago, they probably experienced a lot of setbacks as well. And then you guys meet and you're like, oh no, we have the same exact, we know our energy is good because we literally.
And I love that. I'm like, energy doesn't lie.
Come on.
And that's why I'm so happy I'm connecting with people who are on the same wavelength as me. And it's like, okay, you're pouring into me how I'm pouring into you.
Absolutely.
You support me how I support you.
Real.
And that's not, any shade to older friends, but it's like everybody has their seasons and their reasons. So it's like, okay, we kind of grow in different directions. That's not to say that I don't have that same love for you, but the way that I'm going might not be the way that you're going. So we kind of have to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
In a perfect world, what do you wish you had more time to do?
Sleep. Just kidding. Just kidding. You say keep it deep.
Right. Integrity response.
I love to sleep. I'm a sleepy girl. It's hard being a busy girl and I'm a sleepy girl. Like that. I wish I had more time to sleep.
That's right.
But I would just say I wish I had. And it's like you kind of have to make time, so it's kind of a me thing too. But just more investing in my craft.
Real. When do you write majority of your music? Is it in
random.
studio? Okay, gotcha.
It's so random. Sometimes I might come up with something in the shower and I'm like, oh, grab my phone and
Just
type
like
it in my
that.
notes.
Yep,
like that's
that.
a bar. Like
right.
type that down.
Real. That's
so
great.
yeah, I'm gonna say my writing process is very unorthodox, but like I can write in the studio, but I prefer to kind of have a beat and then to listen to it and then write to it. Now sometimes I can already have something, a feeling, and then just be able to pour it out and put it on wax. But that's rare.
Real.
That's very rare.
Music off, driving down the highway. What's on your mind?
My tires. Cause them roads. I'm not gonna lie, cause that's what I was thinking about on the way here. I was hitting the little I was like, oh my God, and I just got a new car, so I'm like, this is a luxury car.
Come on now, shout out to
you
the
feel me?
That's
like,
right, absolutely, the Mercedes.
Yes.
Come on, sis. Yeah.
Catch me sliding in the beat, yeah, you feel me?
Yes, ma'am. I love it. That's right.
I'm a little paranoid and skeptical about driving. Apparently, I'm still learning how to maneuver this vehicle, but the roads, I'm like, and I know that the tire is going to be way more expensive than my Yoda.
Gotcha. Come on.
So that's what I be thinking about when I don't hear nothing. I'm like, okay, whew, this is a nice car.
I love it. That's real. How does that feel? Like knowing that this is Whitney G, making the marks in this world, doing for herself, riding luxury, young lady thriving. How does that feel?
I deserve.
Come on.
I deserve.
Sis, come on.
I deserve.
Come on.
I feel like I've stayed down so long. A lot of people don't know behind the scenes, but the people in my intimate circle, they know what I've been through.
Real.
And they know what I've worked so hard for. So it's like to see me doing stuff, a lot of people might think you're flexing or you popping it. No, I worked and I earned it and I deserved it. I deserve everything that's coming to me.
Absolutely.
And I'm so appreciative of being able to do the things that I want to do, that I have planned in my grind process. And I'm still grinding, but like in that low period, my get low and ugly season, I wrote everything that I wanted to do down. And it's like now I'm able to pour into that and invest in that.
Real.
And a car was definitely, I've had my other car for 5 years. So, and I hadn't had any accidents. Mind you, I've totaled 2 cars being in Atlanta.
Okay.
So having that car for 5 years, no accident, I felt like it was definitely time for me to, upgrade
and
my ride.
Right. Come on, sis. I love it. How does that feel though? Go right.
It feels great and it feels good. It's still like nostalgic. Like I'm still kind of like, oh, you really did this.
You really did it.
I did this.
That's so dope. That's so dope.
You really did it.
That's so dope.
I'm just proud of me. And I'm proud of how far I came. And I have to be my biggest cheerleader.
I love that. Who in this world knows you the best?
My mother.
Real.
My mother. She's all I have right now.
Respect.
It's the only family I have in Atlanta. Close family. So yes.
Respect.
She knows me best, and she's helped me through very vulnerable times, especially like with my dad's passing.
Yes.
I think that kind of, she knows her child.
Right.
She knows her child front to back, in and out, left to right, up and down, inside out. So I kind of marvel her, and I have a much more greater appreciation for her, you know, as a parent, just maneuvering the way that she did. Because I didn't know all that was going on behind the scenes.
And sometimes because they're protective of you, you never will.
And it's like, wow, you went through that, or you were going through that, and I had no idea. No idea. So I
love that.
Praise to my mother, because she holds it down.
As you get older and wiser, you realize the sacrifices they made.
Yeah.
Just the beautiful struggle they went through.
Yeah.
I'm learning that even at this age. You know, I just turned 40. I'm like, man, my parents went through a lot. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Like, it's beautiful. Like,
it is.
That the sacrifices they have to go through, the hush mouth, the stuff we're not privy to.
Putting on the face. Like,
come on, sis, real.
Yeah, so I marvel her, and I don't feel like I would be where I'm at today if it was not for her. She's a big push. She's very supportive. She's always poured into me, and she's always told me, you know, you can do this. You can do what you want to do. I'm here, and especially with my music, it's so funny to see her like recite the words.
Go ahead, that's all.
And, like,
that's dope. That's dope.
The cussing and stuff. I feel like,
right.
oh, okay. Right. Like, but you know, I'm grown, but I still feel like, you know,
still
like
mommy's baby.
You
that's
know,
right.
I'm still like, okay, ooh.
Respectful.
But respectfully, but like she gets it and she understands.
That radio
you know,
version.
Right. She don't want the version. She wants to edit it. She's saying all of the unedited words. That's real. And I love that. So it's just like, it's funny to see her. And I marvel at that because a lot of people don't have their parents' support.
Absolutely.
So I was blessed and fortunate enough to have parents that
are
very supportive of what I want to do. And of course, they just like to hear me sing.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I got the voice from her.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Now nobody else can sing.
Did she grow up in the choir as well?
She was definitely in church. She rocked the church.
Come on.
Shook the church.
Come on.
Shake the table.
Come on.
So she invited that spirit, and it's like when it was my turn to finally, like, you know, show myself to the church, everybody like,
right.
You know, pastor looking back like, all right, this is married daughter.
That's right.
All right, we finna have a good Sunday. Married daughter singing.
I love it. I love it.
So,
that's real.
You know, and I love following her footsteps. I just, you know, went not the gospel route.
I understand. So. Absolutely. You are creative.
But, you know, the
are.
Lord. Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
You have a message.
I do.
Speaking of that message, these 5 to 6 tracks that we have on this new project coming out in February, what type of messaging are you giving to your fans? Like, and let me ask you this 2-part question. I know Whitney G, fun-spirited, you know, light, you know, you ain't here to push no negativity, nothing. You are a free spirit. Mm-hmm. You know, and I know the music is going to constantly evolve. These 5 or 6 tracks, what can we expect?
I will expect, y'all should expect, the lover girlness. Because it's like a lot of my music is based off of experiences that I have. And I may tie 1 to 2 to 3 all in one.
Gotcha.
But they're very relevant, and it's kind of hard for me to create without having experience.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm not one to just make up stuff and just kind of like, you know, put on a facade. Like, this is probably something that really actually happened.
Real.
And maybe I can, you know, juice it up a little bit and, you know, add to it, create, you know, be creative with it. But a lot of it is really personal.
Real.
So I would say with this project that I want to drop, a lot of the songs are personal. Well, all of my songs are really kind of personal. They're fun, but, you know, they're still personal. Like, it's like, okay, it's relatable. And I feel like you'll be able to, women, men,
right,
both,
right,
you'll be able to relate, you know, to some aspect of it, in some aspect.
We spoke off camera regarding, you know, the support you have from your peers. You know, we was talking about the video shoot, things like that. You know, like, how important is that to know that people back you, people got your back? You know, how important is that?
It's very important, because I feel like you have to believe in yourself first and foremost. But when you have the support of people you care about, that care about you, it just hits a little bit different. Really? So it's like when people show up for me, because I'm so used to being let down and disappointed.
Gotcha.
So when people actually showed up, I was just like, you know, I want to cry, but I paid too much for my hair and makeup that, you know, I'm just gonna sulk in this realness. Like, y'all really stepped for me, because I know I stepped for my friends.
That's right.
I'm a great friend, whether I'm distant or not.
Yes, you are.
But I show up and I show out for my friends, and I'm there when it counts and when it matters, regardless of anything. And when that is poured and reciprocated back, it's just, it's a great feeling.
That's real.
It's a great feeling. So I was very excited about the turnout because I was like, wow, y'all out here for me, and it's cold. And y'all freezing outside for me. Right. I'm freezing, but like y'all are freezing with me. Like, oh my God, y'all love me.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
So this is one video off the 5 or 6 songs.
Yes.
Are we looking at any more that you're pushing video-wise?
I definitely want to do more visuals, but I also feel like visuals belong with songs that are actually making noise. Other than that, just do like content, like
absolutely short
form,
keep them
you feel me?
engaged.
Because the attention span is very short.
What'd you say?
Attention span.
Look, I was like,
see, the attention span, y'all, is very short.
Right.
So
real.
I feel like that's kind of more the route that I want to go, but I do need more visuals, and even if it's not, taking off the ground running, it's refreshing to kind of see me.
Real
versus hearing me.
Sis, you are. This is your year.
I feel it.
Stay at it. I'm telling you, sis.
Thank you.
Have a lot of support. You got it, sis, for sure. I
receive.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's real, sis.
I receive it.
Let me ask you this: time or money? Which one means most to you? We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Right. 3 hours later. Oh, I would say time right now because time is moving too damn fast. Money you can get, I'm a hustler. I can maneuver around that, but time is something that is really crucial, and we're on a crunch time. Absolutely. And I feel like we don't have no time to waste. The way that these years are moving by, I don't know if I'm gonna be here tomorrow.
Come on, sis, you saying something.
Time is right now.
Absolutely.
Time is of the essence, and I have to really be more diligent and more aware and more productive with my time.
Are you in your way?
Yes, I'm definitely in my way. I'll keep it G.
Keep it G.
I'm in my way.
Aren't we all? Like,
we're all in our way. Because I refuse to kind of let people get in my way because they can, but me, I would say I'm kind of in my own way. Definitely in my own way. But I'm maneuvering around it.
That's real, sis. But no, you know where it's. To get to the 8, 9, 10, you know what you got.
I know what I have to do.
Absolutely. We all do. We all do.
For sure. And, whether you want to acknowledge that or not.
That's on y'all. Like, if you want to acknowledge it, that's real.
But I have accountability and, I'm very aware. So it's like, I know I be in my way sometimes.
Love or respect? Which one means most to you?
Respect.
Everyone
respect. Because you can love somebody, but that doesn't equal respect. And I would much rather you respect me because you'll handle certain situations more better than if, as with love. I'll say that. I would rather be respected than loved.
Real.
I definitely would feel like that, yeah.
When it's all said and done, Whitney G, what would you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to just be yourself and know that you can do whatever you set your mind to. Believe in yourself. God gave you the vision for you. And it doesn't matter if nobody else can see it. If you have it, stick to the plan. Absolutely. And keep going. No matter what, you can take pauses, breaks, whatever you need to do, hiatuses. Keep going. Keep going. The finish line is there, and everybody's finish line looks different.
Absolutely.
But I would just say, just keep pushing yourself. Don't be afraid of change. Change can be scary, but change is also good.
And necessary.
So, yeah.
Real. You believe you're here for a reason?
I definitely believe I'm here for a reason. I know I'm here for a reason.
I know the first time we met, I was like, Whitney knows she's here.
Yeah, for sure. It took a minute, to kind of see like, okay, this is what you want. Okay, this is what you want me to do. All right, stop running. Do this. The message is really the music.
Absolutely.
I do have other, like I say, I pour into other things, but he highlighted music.
It's a new question I'm asking. Happiness or legacy? Which one means most to you?
I might say happiness.
Gotcha.
I need to be happy within myself. And then that kind of ties into my legacy. Like, I want my legacy to be a reflection of me. So if I'm not happy, I don't want my legacy to, to reflect like, oh, she was just, she had this, she popped this, and she did that. But the energy just, it doesn't lie.
Gotcha.
And I need to be happy within myself and what I want to do in order to thrive and have the legacy that I want.
I love that. I love that answer. That's dope. That's dope, sis. Dope.
Sure.
Let me ask you this, Whitney G. With $100 billion in your bank account tomorrow morning, what changes about you?
What changes? 100. Because I'm going to sit on it, but I will say I'm going to invest in my craft.
Come on.
So what's going to change is I'm going to be in your face. I'm in your face, in your face.
It's in 3 videos a day.
You feel me? Like, I'm going to be
real.
on it. Like, I would say that
But
definitely.
the passion doesn't stop.
It doesn't.
You don't just fall on the wayside and just, you still attack.
Yeah.
I love that.
You have to. You have to put it in their face again. Like you say, their attention span is short.
Come on.
But there's ways of doing things where you can, you know, reach different target audiences and kind of make it still creative to where it's fun and still you can be attentive to it.
Right.
So I definitely would put it more in your face if I had them bands.
That's real, man.
You feel me?
That's real. So we're gearing up for February.
February. That's the goal. That's the goal. So
Ready
love
for
month.
it.
That's all like,
Absolutely.
you feel me?
Do you already have a, what's your favorite number?
6.
Why 6?
I was born on the 6.
Gotcha.
So I kind of just
6
gravitate.
is your number. Gotcha.
6 is my number. And I love even numbers. I don't know if that's because I was born on the 6 as well,
gotcha.
but I just love 6. 6 is my number.
Real.
It's
Love
my
that.
number.
Love that.
Yeah.
Look at that, February 6th, 12th, 18th, 24th, 30th. Look, ain't no 30. Yeah.
We're going to aim for the 14th.
14th. Okay,
And
for sure.
and it might sound so cliche,
hard.
but I
No,
just feel
that's
like that is my goal, and don't get me wrong, if it doesn't come out, still, that was the
That's the
idea.
goal.
That's the goal. So
Absolutely.
I would love to drop on February 14th. I guess I can share with you my title.
I was just, I was going
I already
there.
know you was gonna ask. I kind of felt it, so I was like, let me just go ahead and put it out there, regardless of the dates.
Right.
It's
The
called
title.
Lover Girl World.
I love it.
Lover Girl World.
Lover Girl World.
Yes.
LGW.
And that's just in the gist of loving in all aspects. I might love the money. I might love him for him. I might love what he can do. I might love his love.
Real.
You know, it's just all aspects of just being that lover girl. Like, I love love.
Real.
Regardless of how much shit I talk about niggas, you know.
Gotcha.
I be a little jaded, but you know that's come from a loving aspect.
Absolutely.
So I still love y'all, but you know, y'all be trapping.
Does Whitney G ever see herself married?
Of course I do. I believe in it. Now, I don't know if that's attainable here,
Say that.
but I definitely aspire.
Gotcha. Right. Go
If you
ahead
like
now.
it, then
Go
you
ahead.
should
now.
have put a ring on it. You know, I feel like I deserve. I give
on.
wife, I give
Real.
team player, I give mom, I give all of that.
Real.
So it's in order for you to kind of bring that out, the man.
Respect.
So I feel like that'd be a lot of things. Like, you want this from me, but you're not giving that. And you're
Gotcha.
not pulling that from me. Like, how am I going to want to do that for you if you're not putting me in a position to want to do that for you?
Whitney G being a recording artist on the scene, it takes a lot of make sure I say this right. It takes a lot of wherewithal. It takes a lot of confidence from a man to pursue a woman who's in this industry and has to be very understanding. How has that been on your journey? You know, as a boss lady you are, entrepreneur, in the zone, you know, how has that been, the dating scene, and you know, is there a lucky guy out there? How has it been so far?
Everything is a struggle.
Everything.
The dating pool has pee, piss, shit, fart, throw up, vomit, everything.
So it's been a struggle.
Gotcha.
But I will say, like, I've dated all kind of men. I've dated men in my industry. I've dated men not in the industry. I've dated, 9-to-5 workers.
Right.
Like, and it's just like, it's all about who can kind of handle a woman being in that position.
Absolutely.
And it's like, I don't like to downplay myself, but it's like, I'm kind of lit, I'm kind of popping.
Absolutely.
So it's like, if you can't handle me having the attention, and then like my industry friends or me going out,
Absolutely.
it's not gonna work. So I need somebody who can understand that and is okay with that. And I feel like the men that I've dated, like some of them, yeah, you know, they're okay with it to a certain extent.
Gotcha.
But I will never allow a man to, you know, hold back my career.
Real.
Especially if you're not investing in
Go
it.
ahead.
You're not doing anything to help me further my artistry.
Liability. Real.
So it's definitely difficult, but I will say I find myself kind of relating to more of artists or people who are artistic and creatives.
Absolutely.
Because they kind of get it.
Absolutely, that's real.
But other people say, like, you need somebody who's not, you know, in the industry, not so much, or you know, just a different type of artistry.
Gotcha.
Like maybe I need an architect or somebody, you know, like something. You know, something like that.
Real.
But a doctor,
Still
you know,
artsy.
anything, you know,
Absolutely.
still something. But you know, I'm finding what works for me, and you know, I'm letting it come to me. I don't have to find. It said, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing."
Finds a good thing.
So
and
it
I'm
didn't say she.
Favor in the Lord. It's real, sis. Go ahead now. Go ahead.
When he do it, and he did.
Absolutely. That's
So
real.
you know, it is difficult dating, but I don't have a set special someone. You know, if they come, they come. If they don't, they don't. I'm enjoying. I really kind of don't have time to really pour into and invest in somebody, especially if they're not on the same grind or wave as me.
Real.
So.
And especially if you don't have a Mercedes. No, that was a joke.
Because Ben's friends.
That was a joke. That's real. That was real, sis. Whitney G.
Oh, for sure.
Let me ask you this. When it's all said and done, city, country, suburbs, where do you retire?
I always aspired to have a house in the hills. I don't know what, you know, the fire that's going on. You know,
man.
pray for Cali.
Absolutely.
But that was my end goal, was to have a house in the hills. Now, that could be in Florida as well.
Gotcha.
But I really aspired, I want a house in the hills.
Real.
That was, and my grandparents used to live in Cali. Well,
Gotcha.
Yeah, they moved back. Well, he moved back to Alabama. So it kind of gave me that taste of California. And it was just like, wow, it's a beautiful city.
Beautiful.
The atmosphere is different. The people are different.
Absolutely.
The vibe is, it's like a whole nother
It is
world
different
over
out
here.
there.
It's
I was
very
stationed in
different.
Alameda, the Bay Area, for a year and a half.
Okay. Yeah, how you
72.
mean?
Right. Go ahead. You already know. Just like 72 to 85 all year round.
I love that.
Just beautiful.
You
just,
feel me? Because coming from Virginia, it gets cold.
Absolutely.
It's snow.
Yes.
So I've been in Georgia about 9-10 years. So it's
Gotcha.
like when snow and stuff, I'm like,
right.
yeah. And they're like, girl, you come from Virginia. Stop acting like that. And I'm like, no, it's cold and I don't like it. It's icky snow.
Right.
Absolutely not. Let's
We
not
doing
do
it.
that.
Right.
So, you know, I kind of just want to enjoy a place that doesn't have that.
That's why
now,
you
I know
said-
it can get cold in Cali, but there's no snow.
Real. You gonna get it once a decade.
You
if
feel
that.
me? And if it is
Real.
something wrong, who is
absolutely.
who is fumbling with the little forecast up there and the little weather machine?
That's a fact.
Y'all playing up here.
Where were your grandparents? What part of Cali were they
They
in?
stayed in Van Nuys.
Where's that?
That's
Towards
like 30 minutes outside of LA.
north.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So
okay. Dope.
I
dope.
enjoyed it. It was cool. I went for spring break of sophomore year. And they were trying to keep me and let me go to school for my junior year and then I'll come back for senior year, but my mom was not having it. I'm like, why would you let me go to Cali?
That's real.
Why would you let me go?
It's diverse out there too, wasn't
It's
it?
very diverse. I just like, and then I was an internet kid.
Gotcha.
So like I had a lot of internet friends and a lot of my internet friends were in Cali. So that was also played a part in why,
dope.
you know, I kind of wanted to be there, but it was just the vibe and the atmosphere. I like the
Absolute
culture.
vibe.
Like
Absolutely.
it was very relatable. Like you couldn't tell me I wasn't from Cali and Virginia.
Come on, real.
You could not tell me.
You can if you don't have a set vibe.
I don't. But I related to them as in a culture. So it's like, okay, that was cool. So I really enjoyed it. And I was like, you know what? I left my heart in Cali when I visited.
Real.
I left a piece of it.
Plan to go back 2025?
I'm definitely going to go back.
Come on now, real.
I'm definitely going back. I don't know when, but I plan to go back. And I was happy to be able to go back last year.
Real, absolutely.
Even for a day.
That's dope, right?
I was
Absolutely.
like, oh, it smells different.
Right?
Like, oh, wow, different people. So it was enjoyable. I love Cali.
Real.
I love I think it's the trees too, the palm trees.
Something
like,
different out there.
It's something about them trees, even in Miami and stuff. Like the palm trees, I like y'all trees.
Right.
Do they braid off like a different oxygen or something?
Gotta
like,
be something. How do they grow here and only here?
You
right?
hear me? Like, what is in y'all soil or whatever that we can't get this over here? Which I don't think I would want it over here anyway, because I love Atlanta.
But you got to get away sometimes.
You feel me?
To appreciate. No, you're
that
right.
part. So, and I always feel like I want to have a place here because I've grown so much in Atlanta. Atlanta has been a staple in my career.
Absolutely real.
So, really was why I came here.
Right.
And I got a lot of work to do still.
Come on.
Before I, got to Black Hollywood for the white Hollywood.
Come on, right. I love that.
So I'm doing my work here.
That's right. That's real.
But I'm definitely planning to like either be bi-coastal or, still establish residency here.
Right.
Still have residency
That's the goal too. Same here. That's the goal. Real.
For sure.
Whitney G, this is a new part of the interview before we get out of here. I think it's going to be something really dope that we don't really think about. A lot of people don't think about. Whitney G, if you could look into this camera, and if you could, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, if you could have a message for them, what would you tell them? And then
my grandchildren?
And your great-grandchildren.
And my great-grandchildren?
What would you tell them about 2025, about this world? What would you tell them, like?
Make your mark. Make your mark, because your grandma did it. Your grandma did it, and she was relentless. She was resilient, and she stood her ground. And I feel like just finding your place, finding your niche, really just being you. I can't escape that. Just be you. Find what you love to do, and run with it, whatever that is. I don't care if you want to make a new peanut butter. Run with it. Run with it, because I like music, I like clothes, I do everything, and I'm like, okay, I can do that. Now I'm bored. What's next? So, just do what you love to do, and keep doing it.
Keep doing it.
That's how you thrive. That's how you be happy.
Respect. I love it.
For sure.
Whitney G, it's been a pleasure, sister.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.
You already know it. You know we're gonna always do this every time you got something.
For sure.
You know we're gonna do this every time.
Yes.
As tradition on the Integrity Response. If you can reach to that bowl, grab one fortune cookie.
I waited for this.
Yes,
because I haven't had one of these, and this one's already okay.
It's open on the side, or
yeah,
gotcha. Okay. Go ahead, find the one you want.
Where I'm like,
go ahead, right? Find the one you want. It's on you. Do what you do. I love it.
I'm gonna just, I don't think anybody's ever done this. I need to grow up tomorrow.
No, that's real.
This one feels like I can't see anything.
That's
so
right. That's it.
Let's do it.
For sure.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, y'all. I never eat these.
Come on.
These are not enjoyable.
Come on.
But I love the message.
Right. That's Virginia.
Yeah. You feel me? Okay. What does this say? Let's put these crunchlings back in here.
Right. Uh-oh.
Eat something you have never tried before.
Okay.
Now let's go back to the food, because I do like food. However,
go ahead.
I grew up very picky.
Gotcha.
So I'll say my taste buds have expanded as I've gotten older.
Okay.
I will try anything once.
Just to say, like...
Just to say I tried it.
Real.
And to be like, okay, yeah, I could dig it, but I probably wouldn't order it, or nah, that's not my thing.
Real.
So for this, to eat something I've never tried before, I can speak on, I had oysters.
Okay.
For the first time in Cancun. That was my first time out of the country. I was wilding. I had an oyster, and I was like, y'all like this shit? Wow. Like, it's cool, but y'all can keep the water critters.
Right.
Keep the water critters. Gotcha. I like my critters on the land. On the land.
That's real. It's real.
It wasn't bad. But it's not something that I would order and indulge in.
But you tried it.
I tried it.
You dipped that toe in.
You feel me? Real. I will try anything once.
Respect.
So I love that. Eat something you never tried. And I like to eat. I like to
like to eat. That's it. What's on your what's called tonight?
I don't know. My mama had Really probably leftovers.
Gotcha.
But she had went to Harold's for me and got me a catfish
Come on now.
platter.
Real.
Those are the water critters I keep. You know, we can do a little fish.
Right,
But
we can
anything
do that.
else,
Right.
all them shells and
All
stuff.
the extra stuff. So you're not a
Keep
seafood
it.
lover.
I do not like
Gotcha.
seafood.
I'm
like,
allergic to shellfish, but that's crazy.
Good for
You
you.
don't. Right.
Good for
Right.
you. Be allergic.
Real.
Because you're not missing nothing. Not at all.
I really feel like that. I'm not
They
missing
think I'm
nothing.
like an alien or something. You don't like seafood. Like I said, I'm very picky. I don't eat hot stuff. I don't like hot sauce. Like
You
I
just
tried.
like I'm the same way.
I tried it. I can't. It
Wings, I don't care about the
I don't
hot
want no
wing.
hot.
I don't
If
know-
they
the
orange,
hot, what are they doing? Like, give me my lemon pepper. Give me something.
lemon pepper, honey lemon pepper. I'm a
Right.
sweet person, so I like sweets.
Real.
I think that's my problem. But
Real. Gotcha.
yeah, hot stuff. I do not. I don't like the jerk. I don't like nothing
No, that
hot.
extra.
Cajun.
Yeah.
Keep it.
It's so
More
weird.
for y'all.
What's your favorite meal?
My favorite meal.
Like if you had to eat one meal, 3 or 4 course, what would it be?
Right
That you
now,
never get tired of.
currently, because this is a new fish that I've just been hooked on, is salmon.
Come on.
And it's also like I'm trying to get the pounds of steak, and I know salmon is one that I want.
Salmon. Okay, sis.
But yeah, I think I first had salmon for the first time in 2012.
What?
One time, and then recently, like as I've been here, I've been eating a lot more salmon, and I like it. Like I'm saying, like I'll try stuff, and I'm like, okay, I actually like this fish.
Go ahead.
This is a fire fish.
Absolutely.
And you can put it with anything.
Anything.
Rice, mashed
Absolutely. Go
potatoes,
ahead. Go ahead.
broccoli, mac and cheese. Like
Real.
I love salmon. I love salmon.
That's dope. That's dope.
So that's probably like my it
That's
thing right
dope.
now. Like any restaurant, if I see salmon on the menu, I'm like, all right, what kind of salmon?
What?
Blackened, teriyaki,
Yep.
honey glazed.
Yep.
Cool, give
the
it to
honey
me.
glazed salmon is amazing.
You know, that's kind of like my specialty.
that is
when
amazing. Okay, gotcha.
When I cook, I love a honey
Glaze.
teriyaki glazed salmon. That's my go-to.
What's your side dish? You normally with white rice?
I'm a taters. I
Gotcha.
love taters.
Mashed
potatoes. Love me some mashed potatoes.
Real.
If you hear me, this is my go-to with
Half a
salmon.
pound of butter on it. That's all I
Yep, I need mashed potatoes and salmon and that damn broccoli.
Damn broccoli.
Motherfucking broccoli or asparagus.
Saute or is it, how do you do your
I
broccoli?
need it steamed well.
Steam.
I hate a
Just do that
crunchy
one,
ass
just-
fucking tree. Don't give me no crunchy ass broccoli.
What?
I like it steamed well.
What about roasted garlic?
Roasted
broccoli.
that's cool. It's like
Butter roasted. Oh,
yeah, like that's cool. I
with a
can do
good
that.
steak. Yeah.
I love anything roasted because it's so soft and tender.
Real.
So soft. But
All right, we're getting
sure.
hungry.
you feel
Right.
now I
so-
gotta eat.
Right, for real.
I was hungry before I came now, and I'm like, all right.
Right. Stop.
Where we gonna eat at?
Right.
Where we gonna eat
Where
at?
we going to eat at? Real. Whitney G, it's been a pleasure, sis.
For sure.
Been a pleasure.
That's
It's been
always a
dope.
pleasure.
Been dope,
Thank
man.
you for
know,
having
we locked
me.
in.
For sure, for sure. Oh, yeah.
Whitney G, y'all stand by for everything she's already done, everything she's doing, everything she's about to do. This project coming. About to be out of here, on the way.
Pew,
Come on now.
pew.
You already know it. The integrity response. Whitney G, y'all see who she
Let's
is.
do it.
Let's get to it. 2025, signing off. Salute.